Thank you. Well, meantime, in Sumter County, power crews are on standby, ready to respond to any power outages.
Yeah, that's where we find News 6's Ezzy Castro. And Ezzy, Duke Energy has thousands of crew members in the villages alone waiting to take action.
Yeah, to give you an idea, we're talking about 8,000 workers, yes, that are on standby. Actually, right here, I have Audrey Stasko with Duke Energy. Audrey, we've been here all morning. I know you've been really busy. What can you tell us about the crews?
Yeah, so you're right. 8,000 responders ready to go once the storm passes. We've got 4,000 responders right here at the Villages site. Basically, it'll be a check and adjust. Once, Helene hits and it's safe to do so, we'll deploy these resources across the state to get our Florida customers back on their feet faster.
Yeah, I want to say anytime there is a hurricane going on, we definitely do reach out to Duke Energy and all the other utility companies. I mean, gathering and having folks come here to help, I mean, that takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of work, and with just short time.
Yeah, so fortunately, Duke Energy has decades of storm response experience. We've got a detailed storm response plan that we're improve after every storm. But it takes a lot of coordination, not only with our neighboring utilities, our municipalities and things like that, but also with our contractors that came in, from across the country to assist Florida.
Yeah, we're talking about states and states. I saw Kent, Ohio. I know you guys are based out of Ohio. So, I mean, we're talking about men who are leaving their families to come out here and help others.
Yeah, men and women leaving their families, leaving their homes to ensure that Florida gets back on their feet faster. But you're absolutely right. So Duke Energy, we're a large company, so not only can we pull resources from our mutual assistance, but we can also pull from our own 6 states that Duke Energy serves, and we have lots of them here as well.
And Audrey, I know we were talking about this before we went on camera. You said safety is priority. Can you kind of elaborate a little bit about that?
Yeah, so safety is number 1 for Duke Energy, for our crews, our contractors, but also for our communities. So, we have certain policies and protocols, making sure that we don't, go up in bucket trucks if winds are over 35 miles per hour and things like that. We have a lot of safety protocols, but we encourage that for our customers as well. Stay away from down power lines. With a Category 3, Category 4, we're going to see some extensive damage to our equipment. And so we just encourage our customers to, stay vigilant and be safe.
All right. Well, most definitely. Thank you. I mean, and we're out here. I know we are off State Road 471 out here in Sumter County. We actually have been here for a few hours. I know earlier this morning we were getting a lot of rain. We actually had to hunker down here right under this tent. But right now it's just pretty windy for the most part. But the weather is supposed to maybe change later on today. What do you tell your workers in that circumstance?
Yeah, so right now this is just really a gathering site for the workers. So they'll be in hotels, but our local line workers, they could be out restoring power right now. They'll go home, they'll rest. We'll wait for the storm to pass, and when it's safe to do so, we'll get out there, do some damage assessment. Yeah. That will be our first line of defense, where we'll actually see what's damaged, what equipment we need, and kind of deploy our resources that way.
Okay. Are there any other, the other day I heard about drones going out and assessing the damage. Do you guys use some of those drones as well?
Absolutely. Yeah. So we utilize a lot of technology. So drones to do that damage assessment, kind of patrol the lines, see where there's issues. But we also use helicopters to do a lot of that damage assessment. We'll even go as far as using, a vegetation management saw that will help, for hanging from a helicopter to get debris and things off our transmission lines. So a lot of technology. We also have our self-healing technology that will actually reroute power if there's an outage. So
it's very interesting, and I love that you mentioned that, because for the viewers, I mean, it's not just about the trucks and the crews. We have also technology that's out there to assess a lot of this damage. But thank you so much, and thank you for being with us here today. But yes, here in Sumter County, I know emergency officials have spoken about 2 shelters that are open right now. We actually went by this morning, and we did speak to a couple of folks that were evacuating from their homes, and they're going there just as a precaution because they do expect some, wind gusts later on, tropical storm wind gusts later on here in Sumter County, and possibly up to 4 inches of rain. Obviously, that all depends on Helene. But for now, live in Sumter County, Ezzy Castro, getting results, you said.